I think that this was the best episode of the season because it reminded me of earlier episodes. I really enjoyed it. Do you think it was the best episode too?
That is a big statement. I mean, I really enjoyed last holiday with the one nymph.
Oh,
But yeah, this one was really good. It really kind of touched on them, well, the flashback with them young and how they were as brother, as two brothers, and how their father treated them. Not in a bad way, but from young they were already in the family business, which we knew. But I guess for the last season, they wanted to have a throwback to that before it's done.
yes, the boy who played Dean as a child, he was so spot on with his impersonations of the older Dean. The part where he said victory, he sounded just like Jensen. And there was another part when the girl had followed him when he went to the abandoned warehouse. And he said, "What the hell are you doing here?" or something like that. He sounded just like him.
Yeah, exactly. I have to give a shout out to the casting for Supernatural in general. When they
Yeah.
have the younger version of Sam, younger version of Dean, even the older versions. You remember the episode when they had the older Dean? I can't remember exactly what happened on that episode, but they had a 50-something or 60-something-year-old Dean, and when he was eating the burgers, the same way like Dean, the mannerisms and everything, it was exactly how Jensen does it. So the casting on that show is, to me, is excellent.
Either I did not see that episode or I do not remember it at all. But you will have to send me a link to the synopsis of that because I do not remember that episode at all when Dean was older. This episode reminded me of it. Did it remind you of it?
I ain't never watched it.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
in it, there's a clown and he feeds on children.
children. Yeah, I got idea what, but I never watched it.
Okay. So in this, you had the Baba Yaga, and I'm sure I heard that name before in Supernatural. I don't know why it brought back memories. It did not sound unfamiliar when I heard Sam say the name. But anyways, and she was feeding on children.
Mm.
Somehow, when they were adults, she decided that she was going to feed on them too, that she was going to kill them, which is what happened in it. The
This is
clown
the old version of it or the new one that came out like it one or two that came out recently.
book. I'm just talking about the book in general because
Oh,
I
the
read
book.
it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So he terrorized them as children, and then when they became adults, he still ended up killing one of them, Eddie. So it was similar in that respect because Dean was asking her, you feed on children, so why are you, terrorizing us? And to me, that was a not a good rating because if she feeds specifically on children, then it should be that. But because she went after them as adults, it just reminded me of that where
Uh,
yeah, it was these children that she was supposed to kill when there were children. And since she decided that she was going to take them out, that would have been a much better explanation than her saying, "I'm hungry. I was hungry for all these years, and so
yeah.
I decided to go after adults." So that would have been a much better explanation.
Yeah. You realize that first when Sam Dean went in the room 214, 214, he went in and then it turned to the whole lair or den that the Baba Yaga was
Yeah,
staying in. But when Sam went in, though, it was just normal hotel room.
yeah,
So I don't
and
know
I
if that
don't.
was because if she was trying to lure Dean there because Dean had tried to kill. Well, they thought that Dean killed her when he was younger, and that was
Yeah,
some sort of revenge. And Sam back then was just like an innocent boy,
yeah.
so it wasn't really going after Sam more so Dean.
Hmm. I think that she showed Dean the hallucination of the lair because Dean went there, Sam didn't go there. Dean went there with the girl.
Right,
So
exactly. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then yeah, and then he saw the bodies of the children from before.
yeah,
Yeah. So it almost seemed like if it was no that the brother came back and he died, it was like kind of returning maybe to get revenge or to finish off what it started.
yeah. I love when he said, I've seen this movie before when the door opened by
Yeah.
itself. And I said to myself, if you've seen this movie before, why are you going in?
Yeah.
One part I didn't like was the fact that the Baba Yaga, when the girl realized, when she's an adult and she realized that the ring was missing, then she saw her ghost brother with the ring. The Baba Yaga did not kill her then. And why is that? Why did the Baba Yaga just kidnap her? Did she decide that she was going to be somehow moral?
You mean when she was young or when she was older?
Maybe she was older and she was
I
outside by the.
oh, I sound sorry, bad. Maybe that was all part to lure Dean in
Oh,
there because it knew that Sam and Dean were there and knew Dean would come looking. So maybe that was kind of like using her as bait.
mhm. Okay. So when Dean cut off her fingers and the ring dropped, they did not see the ring. The only person who saw the ring was the little boy.
Yeah, I didn't see Ring at all because remember the girl was saying that because their mother used to clean the rooms at the motel or hotel and they found the ring and it was, I guess, in lost and found, but it was unclaimed. So I guess they got to take stuff that was unclaimed and took it home to the children and gave it to the boy who liked it and he was wearing it all that time. So maybe you know that he went back into the room now to face his fears as the therapist wanted him to do. Maybe it reactivated or tragedy Baba Yaga, wherever it was all that time.
But
Or
I
why you think
thought,
that's the source of power, so maybe it was weekend then when it was able to get in contact with the ring, it was able to get by its power.
mm, I don't think that part was clearly explained because it seems like the ring was damaged when it dropped, when it fell to the ground or something like that, which doesn't make any sense. Just a fall damaging the ring. And that's why they thought that she was dead because she disappeared when the ring was damaged, which is still not
Yeah,
really, where she got the ring from. I guess with a limited runtime, you can't put in certain things.
yeah.
But it was good seeing Billy again. And one thing that stuck with me is that she said this is the last time you're going to see me before the end. I guess there's going to be some huge showdown at the end where all of them are going to be there. I really wonder what's going to happen then.
Well, this is I guess the final showdown because he's finished with all the other worlds and no, this is the only one left. So it's time to. I guess this is the finale, the end, the final showdown.
Yeah.
But the best part to me was, I think, the ending, the scene at the end in the car with Sam and Dean talking, and the acting was excellent, the emotion, everything in it. You can see how angry Sam was, and how Dean responded. I thought that I had to watch that part over again because that was just excellent.
I just feel like if Dean and Sam feel differently about Jack, Dean is not as bothered
No, he's
by
not.
him. as Sam because he killed their mother, and
Yes.
in his heart, he's angry about that. And he feel that well, if Jack dies, whatever. So because I just don't get that from him that he is as distraught as Castiel was. I can still remember how he looked when Jack told him that he was going to die. He looked distraught. And Dean didn't
Yeah.
seem that distraught as
Yeah.
Sam or
He was,
Castiel.
I don't think he was phased at all.
Right.
Because as he
So,
said, as he said in the card, this is the only way to get out,
right, right.
and he just wants to
So,
get out.
yeah. Of the hamster wheel.
Yeah,
Right.
and just
So,
basically being puppets in Chuck's story.
yeah.
There wasn't really any stand-up funny part, really. I mean, Jack wasn't in it, so nothing really with Sam and Dean that was really that funny that I could think of. I mean, when Sam approached the desk, the front desk, and saw the thing, the shadow, and he opened the door, and the woman was there smoking a bong on a bong. But that wasn't really that funny. I mean, it was a little funny, but it wasn't really that, didn't really stand out to me. But
Uh-huh, yeah.
yeah. The only other thing was at the beginning when their father dropped them off, and Sam had the butts about, it was about college or something, and Dean, he was kind of mean, saying that this is not, they're not going to accept a dumbass like him or something like that. This is their life. But then afterwards, I guess he kind of understood
Mhm.
why Sam wanted to be normal and have a normal life. And probably this is why now in the future, Dean finally wants to get out and have a normal life at some point.
Yeah.
And in a way, he did try to keep Sam from that life at the beginning. Okay, remember Sam
Yeah.
did end up going to college and was studying. I think he was studying to be a lawyer and stuff, but he still got dragged back in season one
Yeah.
when their father was missing.
Mhm. All right. So until next time.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.